What's up guys, Chris here, the owner of CNP Marketing Design, and in this video I'm going to show you what you can do to bring more customers straight to your business using your Google Business Profile and Google Ads as a method. So the first thing I'm going to go over with you is the Google Business Profile. This is a way for you to organically get more business, of course, which you have been getting business. That's actually where I found you guys, but I was digging through the list. Now, an area that's really close to you that you could be ranking higher in is Morristown. Now, if you look for auto glass repair, Morristown, Tennessee, you're not in the top 3, which means you're not being found here. Now, if we go down, and you have to excuse me, I'm sick today. If we go down, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 9th place, right? So people are really not finding you here. And you could be getting a lot more business if you were ranking in the top 3 positions in Morristown. There's a lot of people there. I think there's about 20,000 people in this general area. So if you were ranking higher in that location, you could be getting a lot more business there. I'm assuming that's an area that you want to target. Now, how do we actually do that though? I'm going to break that down for you real quick. The first thing you're going to want to do, and there's a lot of information on this page. I'm going to breeze through it. I'm going to scroll and let you see everything, and I do have detailed descriptions here. So if you need to stop and pause the video at any time to read any of these things, just go ahead and do so, but I'm going to breeze through this and just go over everything. So first thing you need is citations. What a citation is your business's information on directory sites such as Yelp and Yellow Pages. The more you have of these, the higher quality they are and the more power they have. Like Yelp, for example, is a very powerful citation. Better Business Bureau is one of the biggest ones that Google looks for. So if you're not on there and don't have your business information on the Better Business Bureau, especially as an accredited business, that's going to be hindering you because you're missing out on that. Your reviews. So not only getting them, but also to responding to them, and not only the amount of reviews that you get, but how well you are rated is a ranking factor for your Google Business Profile. And if those reviews contain your targeted keywords or the responses contain your targeted keywords, let's say it was auto glass repair or windshield replacement or whatever you were trying to rank higher in, that's what you would want to have in there. So if you were to request that of your customers, or you did that, you added it in there in the responses, that's going to help you rank higher for those specific keywords. Also, geo-specific keyword relevance. This means if you are wanting to rank higher in Morristown, you're going to want to add in Morristown into the content on your Google Business Profile and embed it into your photos. The next one's going to be photo optimization. Your photos can be a powerhouse for ranking if they're edited properly, if they are the right file size, photo size, and if they're embedded with your geotag coordinates. Let's say you were trying to rank higher in Morristown, you would want the longitude and latitude of Morristown, or the specific area within Morristown, to be embedded into your photo. That's going to make it look to Google that you were doing work there. So let's say if you take a picture from your smartphone, that picture sometimes automatically geotags photos, especially if it's a modern phone. And that's why Google looks out for those things. Because if you took a picture there and it's of you doing a job, then obviously you're working there. And that's what it makes them feel like. So if you geotagged your pictures, it's going to make you more relevant in that location. They should also be embedded with the keywords that you're trying to rank for, your Google Business Profile info, your name, address, phone number, and so on and so forth, your GMB CID number, your customer identification number, and also your keyword-rich description that should be added into your Google Business Profile as well, all embedded into your photos. And also, these photos are also added in with your posts. And posts are something else, the posting frequency and the content. So posts are a part of the content of the Google Business Profile. If you're posting on your Google Business Profile, it's going to help you rank higher. And the things that I'm going to go over with below should be included with your posts as well. You also want to have service type keyword relevance. So we had geo-specific keyword relevance, so the area, but also the service type. Is it a windshield replacement? Is it are people looking for a rock chip repair? So on and so forth, those specific types of keywords. By the way, in case you're confused right now, a keyword is a search term that somebody types into Google, like auto glass repair. So up here you see auto glass repair Morristown TN, right? That's a keyword because somebody typed it in Google. Auto glass repair would be your service-based keyword. Morristown, Tennessee would be your geo-specific keyword. Now, when they're put together, they are one keyword. But if you were just trying to rank higher in Morristown or rank higher for auto glass repair in general, you want to make sure that those things are in there. Going back to it, you want to add this into your content, including posts and so on and so forth, and also embed it into your photos as well. Your branding, how many connected and accurate digital assets you have. Your digital assets are anything that your business represents or represents your business online. So your website, any blogs, your Google Business Profile, your social sites, your citation sites, so on and so forth. Now, how much content are you putting on every single one of those assets, right? All of those things we just put out. That's also another ranking factor. If you have a website, and is that website ranking? Does that website contain the content that's relevant for your service, right? And that's also another ranking factor. Having a website in general is a ranking factor. Your local schema coding. This is coding that's embedded into your website. Once you have a website with all your business information and social sites as well, for all of your other digital assets, it needs to be full and accurate. This is also a powerhouse for ranking. Your Q&As. So you want to be able to make these relevant for the service that you want to rank for, and also engaging to your audience, because dwell time, which we'll go over below, is a ranking factor, is a huge ranking factor for Google. The more time that people actually spend looking at your stuff online and spend hanging out on your website, on your social pages, so on and so forth, that's a ranking factor to Google, as long as they're connected to your Google business profile. And also your accuracy of the information across the internet. This is included anywhere your information could be. You running an audit would ensure accuracy. This helps your customers, because if your customers are finding you on, let's say, directory sites by chance, and you don't have accurate information on there, it's not going to look good if you don't have the correct phone number, address, so on and so forth. Your press releases. Press releases are an extremely underutilized powerhouse for ranking. What this does is it sends out professionally written articles about your business to high traffic newswire networks. So if you've ever gone on Yahoo, MSN, any of those types of places, they'll have little tiles down there that says, oh, this person's doing this, or this person's doing that, or top 10 ways you could do this. Those are all press releases. Now, when people are going on those and people are clicking on them, those are technically digital assets. So the more time people click on them, spend time on them, that's going to increase dwell time. And what that also does is it creates backlinks or endorsements for your business. So when another website links to you, it creates what's called a backlink, because it backlinks to you, backlinks to your business. That creates a digital endorsement. It's like that other website is endorsing your business on their website. Now it gives you more authority, and like I said, having that extra dwell time is going to be a powerhouse for ranking, because it gets a lot of eyes on your business at once. Now these are the most important things to focus on. There are more, there's tiny little details, but these are going to be the biggest things for you. And just to give you an example of what can actually happen if you do this properly, you'll see that we just started working with this client in the beginning of October, right? The previous month, and this is actually one of our local guys, the previous month he had 37 interactions, which means phone calls, messages, bookings, website clicks, so on and so forth, from his Google business profile. The month after we had actually started, a week in to October is when we actually started doing anything. So in about 3 weeks, he almost, I think, like times 4, times 5 what he got the previous month, and the last best month, he got double. So this stuff does work. And if you apply this to yourself, if you apply this yourselves, this will work for you. Now, the second strategy I want to go over with you goes into Google Ads. What a Google ad is it's an ad that pops up above the search results. So if somebody was looking for auto glass repair in Morristown, and went back to the regular search results, a search ad, which is a primary focus for local service-based businesses, would pop up right above all of these search results with a headline, a description. We'll actually look at an example here in a second. So this is one of our detailing clients. So that it has a headline, right, an eye-catching headline, a description, and any kind of extensions. There are site link extensions, there are call extensions, but it just gets the person to really catches their eye, right? Now, these kind of ads, because they pop up in the top position, people, as long as it's eye-catching, no matter what they're looking for, they're probably going to click on it. And if you have what they're looking for, and especially when they know that you have much better prices than anybody else, but they just don't know about you because they can't see you, that's why the Google ad is there. So as long as you have more visibility, you're going to get the majority of these customers, because most places charge $500 plus for an auto glass repair. You charged around $300. That's insanely price different, right? So you are going to get an insane amount of conversions, an insane amount of closes, an insane amount of new deals off of a strategy like this, just by putting your prices out there, just by putting who you are out there. This is a strategy that would be very, very lucrative for you. Now, going into how that actually works. So what you do first is you have to find out, what are people searching for? Now, all of these are keywords. Once again, a keyword is something that somebody searches, right? Windshield replacement near me, on average, gets about 90 searches per month. Right now, it's probably closer to that, like 80 searches range, but on average over the course of a year, it gets about 90 searches per month. Then there's windshield repair, auto glass repair near me, windshield replacement, so on and so forth. And with these keywords, there's a total of about 1,700 searches and about a 25-mile search radius of you, which is what I looked up. Now, with these searches, I'm going to break down these numbers for you real quick. So there's the ad creation portion where you actually create the ad itself. You do the keyword research and you build out what are called ad groups, which target the keywords, and then you build out what's called a landing page that these people are going to land on once they click on your ad, in order for them to be funneled right to you, in order for them to call you or send you their information or shoot you a text message. You set up all of that right on the landing page. Now, going into what the numbers actually look like for this specific ad. Now, I'm expecting your click-through rates and your conversion rates to be way, way higher just because of the massive price difference that you have in your market. You're the high volume and low cost niche. You have really, really marketed down. You've done a lot of B2B type stuff, business to business, but reaching those residential clients, those basic, I forget what you called them, but just the one-off kinds of clients, once they know your pricing, they are going to flock to you and you will always stay busy, even in the slow months. So if we take, and I just lowballed it with the 1,700 instead of 1,750, the click-through rate is how many people saw your ad and actually clicked on it. With the headlines and descriptions that we set up, on average, on a minimal side of things, it would be about 10%, which means you get about 170 clicks per month, right? 170 people that actually saw your ad. Not only saw your ad, when they saw your ad and they clicked on your ad and they visited your landing page, they now know about your business. So 170 more people every single month know about your business. So even if they don't buy from you, that's additional branding for your business. So the amount of clicks that it typically takes for somebody to get a lead is anywhere from 5 to 10. It could be a lot less, especially if you, like I said, promote your price differences. But let's say it's 5 to 10 on average. That means the estimated amount of leads you should be getting per month with this Google Ads campaign, just targeting these keywords, be somewhere between 17 to 34 leads per month. If we do the math, we do this divided by the lowest number and the highest number, then we get our range. So the average cost per click, if we go back here and we look at how much these typically cost on the lower end, you will see around $2. On the higher end, you can get some pretty high prices, right? Especially when we get into Morristown and more populated areas like that. But you see all of these keywords down here that have nothing. These cost next to nothing to get. These are all of what I call the low-hanging fruit that you want to go after. Now, you can add in some more of the high volume, high price keywords over time, but it's also going to increase your cost per click. So what I like to do is starting off first, locking down, which are over 2,000, I would say about 1,900 keywords in here that nobody's bidding on, that nobody's going after because they're just too lazy to go after it. So if you go after all of these, it costs next to nothing. Now, I like to overestimate and underestimate things, right? I like to underestimate the results you're going to get. I like to overestimate how much you're going to pay. So with these specific keywords, you could be paying 50 cents. You could be paying 25 cents. But I like to just put the average cost per click around $1.50, right? That means your average cost per lead should be somewhere around $7.50 to $15 to get that lead, for them to get the phone call, and your closing rate should be extremely high with your prices. But I say the average leads to land a client for you will be anywhere between 1 to 2. That means the average cost per new client for this campaign will be anywhere between $15 to $30. So $30 on the very, very, very highest end to be raking in jobs like crazy. And the estimated amount of deals you should be landing per month with this campaign, with just the research that we've done, should be at least 20 new deals per month. Now, I guarantee it would be a lot more. Once again, taking into consideration how tightly niche down you are and how valuable you are in your market with your price points, this should be a lot higher than this. And I'm not sure what your margins are specifically, but if you multiplied your average profit per job by the number of jobs you could be getting if you lock down your entire region on both Google Organics with your Google Business Profile and Google Ads, what do you guys think you could be making this next year if you utilize these strategies? So I hope you all liked the video. I hope you got some value out of it. If you have any questions whatsoever about any of this, just shoot me a text, or you can give me a call at 330-978-5004, or shoot me an email back. I'd be happy to sit down with you, have a chat, and answer any questions that you guys may have. Also, going once again to having employee acquisition. So if you guys are still struggling with that, feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to help you guys with that as well. But with that being said, once again, I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope for at least a little bit of feedback on it so I know whether or not you got some value out of it, or if I could have explained anything any better to you and more simple for you guys. But thank you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.